All right, so for today's lesson, we're going to take a closer look at domain and range of graphs. So previously in the year, especially when we started with graphs, we were graphing linear equations, and we saw that the domain and range was negative infinity to positive infinity because the line continued to go on. Now we're going to look at different scenarios of where maybe the domain goes on from negative infinity to positive infinity, but the range has limitations, or vice versa, where our range goes from negative infinity to positive infinity and our domain has limitations. All right, so there's this notation that we're going to use here. So we can use this for domain and for range. So it's just saying that the y values from the graph go from -4 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 0. All right, so that means that when you look at the graph, that your range is starting at 4 and it includes all the values from -4 to 0. Okay. You can write this notation for the domain as well. You can also see it written this way. So remember when we use parentheses lets us know that it's not included in the domain and range, and then we have brackets which lets us know that it is included. So we can see here from this graph that we have this point here where on our range it starts at -4. So we can also write it as -4 to 0. Okay, so you see out here it has the less than or equal to, less than or equal to, which means that it's included. If it was not included, then it'd be strictly less than, strictly less than. Okay, so taking a look at our first example. So looking at our domain, so starting with your domain, you're starting from the left and working your way to the right. So I can see that my domain starts here at -2. And then I can see that my domain stops here at 3. So my domain is -2 to 3. And I'm going to use those brackets because you can see we have the endpoints, and those endpoints are included in the solution. Or I can write it using our notation, which is x, and we have -2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. All right. So we have, again, it reads as all the x values such that y is between -2 and 3. All right, so looking at our range, and I'm going to change our color to blue for our range, or let's look at green. All right, so our range, we start from the bottom of our graph and work our way up. So we can see here that my range starts here at -1, work my way up, my range stops at +2. Okay, so my range, again, included, I have -1 to +2 using my set notation. -1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. With my curly brace, again, all y values such that y is between -1 and 2. All right, looking at the next example, we have a circle. So again, we're starting all the way from the left and working our way to the right. And we can see that our domain is 0 to 6. Okay, using our notation, we have x, we have 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 6, which means all the y values such that, x values such that x is between 0 and 6. Then our range, again, we're going to start here. So our range starts at 0 and ends at 6. So we have 0, 6 for our range using our notation, y, 0 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 6. Okay. Looking at our next example, again, looking at our domain. So we can see here that our endpoints are arrows, which means that it goes on forever. So it goes on forever. So looking at our domain, since it goes on forever in both directions, our domain is -infinity to +infinity, because remember, we're always going from left to right. So it starts with our values in -infinity to +infinity, or you can also see it written as all real numbers. Or this little symbol here with the the double-lined R. Now here's where our range. So our range, remember, we're starting from the bottom and working our way up. So we can see that our range starts here at -1 and our range ends here at +1. So yes, our graph goes on forever and ever and ever from left to right. But when you're looking from up to down, it starts here at -1 and stops at 1. So our range is -1 to 1, or we can write in our notation as y, -1 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 1. Okay. Now again, we see here that we have arrows going in different directions. All right, so looking at our domain, we can see that our domain starts at 1. So again, looking from left to right, our domain starts here at 1. And because we have those arrows, it means that it goes on forever. So we have -1, which is included, to +1. So our domain actually starts at a +1 and goes on to +infinity. Since 1 is included in the solution, then we can use the set notation of x. And then we have x is greater than or equal to 1. Okay? This is saying that it's concluding all the x values that are greater than or equal to 1. Our range here, we can see that with our range, since it's going in opposite directions, we have that arrow. Our range is actually going to be all real numbers because we can see there is no starting or stopping point because those arrows are continuing on. So the bigger we make our graph, the bigger the bigger we make our coordinate plane, the bigger the graph is going to be. So our range is going to be -infinity to +infinity. Or again, we can say all real numbers. All right, for the next example, we see again that we have our arrows. So again, our domain is going to be -infinity to +infinity, or all real numbers. All right. And again, we can look at our range. All right. So our range starts from -infinity, but here we can see that our range is going to actually stop. So we can see here, working our way from the bottom all the way up, we see that our range is actually going to stop here at 2. So our range is going to be -infinity to 2. Remember, 2 is included. -infinity is going to be in parentheses. All right. So since it is included, we're going to have all the y values less than or equal to 2. All right, because 2 is included in our solution. You're going to see that these y values down here are less than 2. All right, looking at the next example, this is what we're used to looking at linear equations. So here our domain is -infinity to +infinity, or all real numbers. I'm just going to use the double line R to represent all real numbers. And then we can also say the same for our range. -infinity to +infinity are all real numbers because, again, the bigger we make our coordinate plane, the bigger our graph is going to get, and it's capturing all of those x values, which is in our domain, and all of those y values. All right, so taking a look here, you have 6 problems. So again, I want you to identify the domain and range, paying close attention to the endpoints. For example, let's take a look at this one here, just because the endpoints are different, and I want to give you an example of the difference in the endpoints. So we can see here, looking at our domain starts here at -2. And because we have this in arrow, this means that this is just going to keep going, and it's going to capture all those values in my domain. So my domain starts at -2 to +infinity. And I'll let you write the notation there. And then our range, we can see our range starts at -4 And again, because of the fact of this arrow is continuing to go here, we have -4 to positive infinity. Okay, so looking at our set notation, we have x with x strictly greater than or equal to -2. Because that is a closed circle, it is going to be included. If it was an open circle, it would not be included. So it'd be x is strictly greater than -2. Looking here at 4, again, since -4 is a part of our graph, that is included in our solution. So we're going to have y with y greater than or equal to -4. Okay, so now I want you to work on the 5 examples to test your knowledge of domain and range. I would like to see you use both set notation, interval notation, excuse me. So this right here will be an example of interval notation, and this will be an example of set notation. So I would like to see you utilize both. I know the curly braces might be a little bit difficult, but just try your best.